October full moon 2024 is Hunter's moon. When and where will event be visible? All you need to know. Sky gazers are set to get a special treat this month on October 17th. The celestial event of the full moon, which happens to be Hunter moon this time, is likely to offer a rare spectacle, appearing closer than any other moon this year. Moon being a Hunter's moon, which happens to be the largest supermoon, it will be bigger and brighter than an average moon. October full moon 2024 date and time. According to NASA, the full moon will lit the sky on Thursday morning, October 17, 2024, at 7:26 am Eastern Daylight Saving Time and in India at 4:26 am IST. This will be late Wednesday night for the International Dateline West Time Zone and early Friday morning from New Zealand time eastwards to the International Dateline. National Aeronautics and Space Administration, the U.S. Space Agency, further said the moon will appear full for about 3 days around this time, from Tuesday evening through Friday morning. To enjoy the best views of the supermoon, stargazers are encouraged to seek out locations with minimal light pollution and clear skies. It would be an excellent. What is Hunter's moon? The name, Hunter's moon, is derived from the traditions of the Algonquin Native American tribe. The Hunter's moon occurs after the harvest moon, which is the full moon nearest the autumnal equinox. According to the Farmer's Almanac, with the leaves falling and the deer fattened, it is time to hunt. Since the harvesters have reaped the fields, hunters can easily see the animals that have come out to glean, and the foxes that have come out to prey upon them. This celestial phenomenon also symbolizes the change of seasons. Historically, this time of year marked the period when tribes would stock up on meat for the approaching winter. The name reflects the practice of hunting and gathering during this season. This will be the third of 4 consecutive supermoons, and the brightest by a tiny margin. For Hindus, this is Shara Purnima, also known as Kumara Purnima, Kojagari Purnima, Navana Purnima, Kojagrat Purnima, or Kaumudi Purnima. This is a harvest festival celebrated in a variety of ways. Hunter's moon appears brighter due to light refraction by ice crystals. It's also called the blood moon when the lunar surface turns red. This celestial occurrence has spiritual significance and impacts various zodiac signs differently. The October's full moon is known as Hunter's moon, as this is the particular time when people make a lot of preparations for the winter season. Hunter's moon, a reflection of the sun due to the change of orbit. When the sun sets and the moon appears at the same time with both being opposite to each other at a particular angle or degree, the moon reflects the sun so bright that it almost looks like another sun. The reason that it appears to look like 2 suns due to the refraction of light. Sunlight is refracted by the ice crystals in the sky, which only happens when the earth changes its axis. The moon appears as bright as the sun during the time in which the ice crystals are present. The ice crystals act as mirrors and the moon displays the mild of solar. The phenomenon is called Hunter's moon. Hunter's moon is a celestial term for the full moon closest to the autumnal equinox, elliptical orbit. Hunter's moon, also known as the blood moon, a phenomenon in which the moon appears red. Hunter's moon is a celestial term for the full moon closest to the autumnal equinox, elliptical orbit. Hunter's moon, also known as the blood moon, a phenomenon in which the moon appears red. The lunar surface turns a shade of red, like blood, when the moon is enveloped in the earth's shadow and only little beams of sunlight are able to reach it. The full moon gets an orange tinge due to a combination of its position, the interaction between the earth's atmosphere, light, and position, low in the sky. The longer wavelengths are more red, meaning when the light from the moon has to travel through more atmosphere and undergo more scattering, the moon appears redder in the sky. This is also why sunsets and sunrises are aura. In the early times, when hunters moon to stock up their provisions before the winter season so these hunters are able to reach, the full moon gets an orange tinge due to a combination of its position, the interaction between the earth's atmosphere, light, and position, low in the sky. The longer wavelengths are more red, meaning when the light from the moon has to travel through more atmosphere and undergo more scattering, the moon appears redder in the sky. This is also why sunsets and sunrises are orange. In the early times, when hunters used to stock up their provisions before the winter season, so this hunter moon refers to the same. Full moon 2024, date and time. Purnima Tithi begins October 16, 2024, 8:40 p.m. Purnima Tithi ends October 17, 2024, 4:55 p.m. Spiritual significance of Hunter's Moon. The Old Farmer's Almanac, which first began publishing the names for the full moons in the 1930s, states the full moon was named as Hunter Moon because it marked the beginning of hunting season and viewed as a signal for hunters to begin preparing for the approaching cold. According to the publication, after the fields reaped by the harvesters during the harvest moon, the full moon which appeared prior to Hunter's Moon, hunters can easily observe the animals coming to scavenge, and the foxes waiting to pounce. Other sources also named the full moon as sanguine or blood moon, in connection to the blood from hunting or the color of the changing autumn leaves. The Hunter Moon is positioned as moon in Aries, a fire sign which Thomas said, will bring momentum, enthusiasm and passion to our lives. Potential meditations, mantras or journal prompts. I am courageous in the creation of my life. I'll ignite and unleash inner fire. I am the master of my destiny. Nothing and no one can stop me from achieving what I desire. Ponemi, negative emotions. It's advised to avoid expressing or harboring negative emotions like anger, jealousy, and resentment, as the full moon is thought to amplify feelings. Arguments, engaging in disputes or confrontations is discouraged, as the heightened energy can lead to hate and tensions. Starting new projects. Many believe that starting new ventures or projects on a full moon may not yield the best results. Heavy work. Avoid undertaking physically demanding tasks, as it is believed that energy levels can be affected. Recommendations. Spiritual practices. Both days are often seen as times for reflection and spiritual practices, such as meditation, prayer, and cleansing rituals. Focus on positivity. Energy in activities that promote peace, gratitude, and positivity. These beliefs vary significantly across cultures and communities, so it's essential to consider personal or cultural practices when observing these days.